Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee slash tea slash decaf. All right. So yesterday we had Trump announcing the tentative plan. Here's when you guys can open. I was saying on yesterday's video, watch all the governors switch, completely flip, and say, "Oh my God, we got to open now." It was they used to want to destroy the economy in New York and California and all that. Now it's on the governors, and the governors are going to say it's time to open. We got to do it. And that's exactly what's going on after Michigan governor, one of the worst governors ever, changes plans, says state will start reopening on May 1st. Less than one full day has passed since President Trump officially delegated responsibility for reopening their economies to the states. And to our surprise, it appears the first governor to start pushing for May 1st target to begin reopening is Michigan's Gretchen Whitmer. Yes, she was so anti. She was all about the lockdown, all about the lockdown. And as soon as Trump says, "Hey, it's on you, Governor," you've got all the voters saying, "What the fuck are you doing? I have to get back to work. You're destroying my life." And so instantly she flipped. I mean, it was yesterday in the morning that she was in the news about protests and all that, and saying, "Oh, you have to stay home. These people have to be locked up." And now all of a sudden, yes, we're opening up. Trump is brilliant. Trump is brilliant. That's all I got to say. Trump and his team are brilliant. They put all the onus on the governors. Watch New York. That's all I got to say. Watch New York. Watch the numbers start going down real fast. Watch all kinds of shit coming out. Say, "Oh yeah, we've overcome it." We know the numbers are fake. We know that they are their position. Cuomo especially is positioning himself to be the Democratic nominee for president. If you watched anything on Joe Biden lately, you can see just how mentally incapacitated it's. That's really scary when you think about it. That the Democrats have put up Joe Biden, who can barely put a sentence together. It's scary. It's scary. Why? Because they're so desperate to keep control that what else will they do? There's talk that more strains of this virus were created in the lab as a bioweapon, and various new things have been added, more than the three that Cliff was talking about. And that's scary because they can hit again and hit again and hit again with the virus. So, man, you better fortify your body. So I gotta say, you better fortify your body. And on that note, I'm sorry to say, but the U.S. imports a lot of food from China. You might be surprised what's on the list. Blah, 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 blah. Do you know where your vitamin C comes from? 90% of all the vitamin C made in the world is made in China. So, yes, you should stock up on vitamin C. I put a list of the supplements I use to fortify my body in the. I'll attach it to the description of this video. And yes, you have to fortify your body. Absolutely. You have to be strong because they're going to throw all kinds of viruses at us. And right now, vitamin C and chaga and vitamin D and even the colloidal silver, absolutely. Colloidal silver is great for surface contact, spray it everywhere. Great for washing your mouth out, kills everything. Doesn't get all the way into your lungs and throughout your body, though. I don't believe. Now there's always conflicting stories. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. It would have to go through the liver and then get dispersed. And it hits too many viruses on the way, and it's a great killer of viruses. That's where the term "born with a silver spoon in your mouth." Silver was such a great antiviral type of thing. All the rich people had silver spoons to feed their babies because it would kill the virus before it went into the kid's mouth. So yes, absolutely. And I've done experiments with colloidal silver. It's a fun experiment if you guys have colloidal silver. You put two glasses of milk, the same amount on each side, and one you put like a dropper full of colloidal silver, and the other you just leave there, and you leave them out. And I covered mine up so they wouldn't stink with like clear plastic. But you leave them out, and then you look at how long it takes for one to go bad and the other to go bad. Wow. If you want to prove to yourself, we always take supplements and oh yeah, I hear it's good for it, but nobody really runs their own experiments on this stuff. Run that experiment, you're going to say, oh my God, the colloidal silver one lasts 3 times as long, at least, before it's completely gross and it's got all this mold on it and all this crap on it. So yes, colloidal silver. Don't buy the little jars. The little jars like this big, and they charge $20 for it. Buy a colloidal silver generator. I have one in my Amazon store right below here too, so you guys can check it out. All right, but this is the frightening thing is we get all kinds of food and all kinds of, obviously, vitamin C, 90%. So load up on your vitamin C. And why? Because this shit is happening. Even though we have the Dow up on the news, the big news, that we're going to open up again. Open up to what? What are we going to open up to? All the jobs, all the industries have been decimated. It's not like, bang, we're back at work and, okay, let's go. No. China's still shut down for the most part. Unprecedented disruption to supply chains slams U.S. port volumes. Not surprisingly, the coronavirus pandemic delivered a heavy hit to U.S. port volumes in March. The unknown is how long the container drought will continue. Northwest Seaport Alliance Chief Executive Officer John Wolf said during the press conference Wednesday he expects second quarter volumes will be soft. Yeah, soft. Hardly anything's coming from China. And remember, what they're reporting on is March. Quote, the container volumes in March were down 21% as compared to March of 2019. That brings our year-to-date first quarter decline to 15%. Remember, first of all, the container ships take 2 weeks to a month if they're going all throughout Asia, and 2 weeks from China to the U.S. So in March, there was all kinds of things en route. So yes, things will still be coming in. It's April, May, June going forward that we're going to see the real destruction of the numbers. And yes, China is our biggest trading partner, but we trade all throughout Asia. So the ports will still be taking stuff in, just not as much. I would expect them this quarter, April, or this month of April, to be down like 50%. And moving. And then there's the rift between the U.S. and China. And will that ever be rectified? No, it's over. Right now, we're looking at China as the creator and the irresponsible country that one was creating this bioweapon. Some people say no. They were just they're running experiments on the bats and they study viruses. That's what they do. No. It's got 3 inclusions: HIV, MERS, and SARS. In this one virus, in COVID-19. Watch Cliff's video and other people's video. Absolutely. I go to the front of roadtoruta.com, and the first article proved Cliff was 100% correct. And I have a documentary by the Epic Times. And they go through who was involved. And they interview people that were involved in the creation of this bioweapon. So it is a bioweapon. You don't run tests. Hey, I'm going to run a test to see if I can create something that can destroy the world. Because I want to learn about what? How to create an evil weapon? So, yes, it is the unprecedented shutdown. We're fighting with China about that. So there's going to be no trade from China going forward. I hope everybody understands that. Clearly, the stock market with Steve Mnuchin clicking his mouse doesn't understand it. They won't understand it probably for another month. And then all of a sudden they will. Because people will be going back to work, but there's no work to go back to for most industries. It's completely different. The future's completely different than the past. We'll be dealing with this bioweapon for years. And probably they'll throw another dirtier weapon into the mix. That's the way these bad guys play the game. Anyway, this guy, John Wolf, is pretty optimistic. As of today, we anticipate an additional 19 canceling sailings as we look towards quarter 2. However, it's a very fluid situation. These numbers could change. Of course they can. Don't cause panic. Don't say, hey, we're going to be down 15%. And at some point, according to the Road to Ruta, globalization ends. We won't be taking anything in from anywhere in Asia as everybody locks down because the financial system is falling apart and all their industries are falling apart. So just be ready for it. This is the end game on the road to Ruta. This is the end game. And will we even care that much about a virus that can kill us when we got nothing to do? We got nothing to do. We got no shipping, no restaurants. The restaurants have been decimated. And restaurants usually, I mean, at least mom and pop type places, they got maybe a month's worth of uh, money available before they go belly up, and boom, they're gone. It's been a month. And then when they reopen, nobody's going to go out for dinner for a while, and they got to reopen with distancing. But look at every industry. Where does auto manufacturing get all their parts? From Asia, all throughout Asia, China mainly. What happens if a car manufacturer in the U.S. can't get a little thingy to roll down your window, a little knob to roll down your window, because all the machine tools are in China? They can't make the car. You got every part except a little knob to roll down the window. What are you going to sell cars without little window roll down things? No, you can't make the car. Apple just announced that they're releasing an iPhone for the COVID times, which is basically goes back 2 years to the old. Basically, they had parts from their old iPhones that they put something together to sell because they don't have any new parts to sell. They got no new iPhones to sell. And that's not going to change. All those parts, I think it was 100, what did I say, 100 and something different countries supply all the raw materials and parts and pieces, and then the fabrication and the machine tool, all that stuff. Over 100 countries to make one iPhone. And that has broken down. Globalization has ended. We have a new future. So when you get out for work and you're all excited, don't expect much to be going on. A lot of people even lost their jobs. And they ain't coming back. I know that's doom and gloom, but it's a reality we have to face. The world going forward will be completely different than the world behind us. And figure out what you want to do and do it. And try not to be dependent upon a big company to take care of you, or the corporation. Most people will be on the government dole for a long, long, long time if the system stays together. If it falls apart, that's a different deal. Then we have to reallocate money. All the debt goes away. And some people say, "Yeah, wait, they can't declare a debt jubilee. It won't be a declaration." These banks are highly, highly, highly levered. 10-1, fractional reserve lending. When they make $1, they actually make 10 with their other investments. When they lose $1, they actually lose 10. It's great going up, but it sucks coming down because every bank is selling the same asset. And look how much money we've thrown into these banks. Literally trillions of dollars, because they can lever up. We give them $1 trillion, they can make 10. But they still can't make any earnings because their entire book is corrupted by derivatives. It is insane. We live in insane times, but couldn't tell by the stock market. Up 370 points. Good job, Steve Mnuchin, on clicking that mouse. That's all he does. That's all that dude does, is sit in the basement of the U.S. Treasury, just a trading floor in the basement of the U.S. Treasury, and click his mouse. I want the Dow to go up, let's see, 1.59%. Click, 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 click. Execute. All the bots go around and buy. You got unlimited money at the Treasury, and they use derivatives like they're going out of style. Like I said yesterday, silver derivatives through the roof from the U.S. Mint. Naked shorts now, because they have no silver on hand, is what they're saying, but they have a gigantic derivative book to hedge the silver. And they have not, I guarantee you, they have not closed out that derivative book. They're probably the largest retail derivative short position is the U.S. government. Don't you love those guys? And they shut down all their mints because of COVID-19. Bullshit. It's because you don't have any silver, because all the silver mines are shutting down all around the world, which is, Mexico is finally waking up. Finally. Save your silver for the people. Don't give it to the banks and corporations and export. Of all the silver that's ever been mined, 33% of it, so that's, I think it's 60 billion, around 60 billion that's ever been mined, 60 billion ounces. 20 billion of those ounces came from Mexico and exported. Had Mexico hung onto its silver and demanded a fair market value price for it, they'd be the richest country in the world. But no, They were taken over by the banksters long ago. Pancho Villa tried his best, but he lost. Pancho was a bandit boy. Love that song. And I miss Dick. Bring Dick Allgaier back. Come back to America, Dick. We need to sit on the porch or on the beach and sing a little song. Come back to America. We need him, Mr. Allgaier. Come out of hiding. You're not in hiding. You're not hiding. You just abandoned a sinking island. I don't know what's going on with Hawaii. Somebody, well, where are all the deaths in Hawaii? I don't know. They're all on lockdown. You know, all the death stuff. Yeah. Lockdown was amazing. Who would have thunk we could lock down 330 million people in the United States for a month? And people wouldn't really do much about it. They're starting to break out now. And of course, the contraction of the disease will start to rise as people break out of their lockdown. But that's life. That's life. We move on. We have to move on. And it's not going to be easy. We're going to make a way, as Cliff says. It's the make a way society. You're going to do whatever you can, provide for your family, and hopefully the government will be there to support people. But I don't think so. They're already bickering amongst each other. They care more about themselves and their power than they do about the people. I hope everybody understands that. So yeah, they might not even vote for the next bailout for the people and for the small businesses, which means all small businesses are destroyed. Nothing was fixed. By going back to work, nothing is fixed. Although Steve Mnuchin will continue the rig job in the markets and the price suppression of gold and silver. Yes, you should be buying silver by the boatload right now. If you don't have a local coin shop, call Andy or send Andy Scheckman an email, andy@milesfranklin.com, and he'll take care of you. If he has any product, the product goes just as fast as it comes in, and he's got stuff he's waiting on. My advice today is don't wait for any silver. If someone doesn't have it to ship right away, I wouldn't buy it unless it's your only option. If your local shops don't have any, and the coin shops that say, oh, here's silver, here's your price, make sure you say, hey, can you ship it today and send me the shipping? As soon as you get the money, can you ship it? Start packing it right now because I'm wiring you the money, and make sure they ship it that day. And you don't know who to trust, so don't trust everybody. I put my faith in Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin. They've been around a hell of a long time. They're a great company. And then anybody has a problem with them, a couple people said, hey, I haven't got my silver yet. Call me. I'll call Andy. I'll make sure things get taken care of. No, I'm not guaranteeing any of these shipments. Andy will do everything he can for you. But if the mint shuts down, that's a problem. And everybody who has been on the silver road for a long time is sitting pretty with your physical silver right now. You're damn glad that you bought at any price right now. Yes, even up at $30, $40. Because when we run out of silver, nobody knows what the price of silver is. Because the COMEX is ridiculous. It's a joke. It's still somewhere like $15, $16. And every dollar price of silver goes up, the top 8 banksters who rig the markets lose $1 billion. So imagine $600 silver. If Cliff's data is correct, it'll mean all the banks on planet Earth will be gone. Good night. No bank can take a $585 billion hit. So there will be force majeures. Most likely, before that happens, they'll just shut down the COMEX. They'll probably blame COVID. Sorry, COVID. Force majeure. COVID. Crazy days, but watch for all the governors. Watch for the numbers all of a sudden to magically go down really fast, because all the governors are going to want to open up because all they care about is their vote. Am I going to lose my people if I keep my state closed for a longer time? Watch Cuomo do a 360. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to see. Brilliant move by Trump, by the way. Anyway, want to join the Road to Ruta? Go to roadtoruta.com. Hit subscribe today. And the year-long subscription for the private road, 365 days, is $299, less than $1 a day. And you get a Silver Ruta coin, and a Vertasium token. If Cliff's data is correct, you buy a Road to Ruta subscription today. When silver goes to $600, you've doubled your money, and basically you get 200. Well, it would be $301 plus a coin plus a Very token. If silver goes to $600 an ounce, will it go to $600 an ounce? In a free market, it should be there. It should have been there a long time ago. But we don't have a free market. We have 150 years of price suppression in silver, and that's breaking right now. If you're new to silver, you're a lucky bastard, because the rest of us have been in this 20 years fighting and scraping for true and honest markets. So yes, if you want to subscribe to the Road to Ruta, go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today. Also, you can get free updates. On the left there, put your name and email in there, and you get free updates. This is Bix. You guys take care.